In Clash Royale, leveling up your cards is a huge part of the game. You're at a disadvantage if you do not level up your cards, and a big question I get is, OOfro, what cards do I upgrade? You obviously do not want to waste your resources, so today I'm going to be explaining the best cards to upgrade first and what you should be prioritizing. Whether you are a newer player to the game or a veteran like myself, this video will help you. First of all, most decks have a pattern. Your average deck will have a big spell, a small spell, support troops to help you defend, a build-in, and a win condition. Majority of decks inside the game have this pattern where they have a build-in, big spell, small spell, and then support troops and a win condition. So a really good place to start is with the spells. Every single deck inside Clash Royale should have a big spell and a small spell. So spells are normally a pretty safe upgrade, but there's a trap you could fall into here, and that is upgrading spells you do not need to. Let me explain. Spells like the Fireball and the Log are two of the best spells you can upgrade. First of all, they have the highest usage rate, meaning they are used in the most decks in the game. On top of that, they have big interaction differences. If your Fireball is one level higher than a Musketeer, the Fireball will actually one-shot the Musketeer, which is massive on ladder. The difference between that troop surviving on 1 health and the troop getting taken out is huge. And the same goes for the Log. A Log 1 level higher can one-shot archers, it can one-shot a Firecracker, which just gives you positive elixir trades, which really help throughout the game. On top of that, sometimes the game comes down to a tiebreaker, and that extra damage you do with your spells throughout the game is going to massively help. Now, like I said, there is a trap, and the trap applies to cards like the Freeze spell or the Tornado. When you upgrade the Freeze spell or the Tornado, their effect doesn't change. The freeze duration is still 4 seconds no matter what. What changes is the damage it does. The same goes for the Tornado. It only does a little bit of extra damage, and honestly, that's not worth the upgrade. A good way to think about this is, what are your spells' effects and what are you using them for? The Fireball, Log, Poison, you use them to do damage to the enemy tower and take out troops. Stuff like the Freeze and the Tornado, they are more synergistic cards that you can get away with being underleveled. Now, after you've gotten your spells upgraded, you want to focus on your win condition. A win condition is a card that does majority of the damage to the enemy tower. Here's an example of just a few win conditions in the game, and once again you guys can see I've already upgraded my Royal Giant and my Hog Rider. Your win conditions are a huge priority. This is the thing that's winning you the game, and you want it to be as high level as possible. So now we're moving on to the building and the support cards. You want to upgrade these cards last. The reason why is because when you play these cards, first of all, you're playing them on your side of the arena, meaning your Princess Tower is actually helping out. And again, there is a trap here, and this is cards like the Skeletons, the Bats, or any spirit in the game. You want to make sure you do not upgrade these cards. The reason why is because they are very squishy. What I mean by that is they do not have a lot of hit points, and even if you level them up, they still do not survive a spell. So again, you can get away with them being underleveled. Cards you do want to prioritize is cards like the Musketeer. The Musketeer is one of the most versatile support cards in the game. It can shoot ground and air. It's 4 elixirs, so it's pretty cheap, and it has very solid stats. It's a very safe upgrade, just like the Phoenix. The Phoenix right now is overpowered. It's been overpowered for a year. It's just one of those upgrades that are very safe to do, and it's so safe I'm actually going to upgrade my Phoenix myself. Boom, there we go, 50,000 wild cards. My Phoenix is now ready to upgrade for free. Here we go. In case you guys have never upgraded a card to elite level before, this is what it looks like, and you actually get 50,000 XP, which is crazy. But as I was saying, these support cards are super safe to upgrade just because they are very powerful, and a lot of the time you end up getting a counter push with them. And again, when you start fighting on your opponent's side of the map, you need them to be a little bit higher level just to help out against the interactions. Another super important thing to keep in mind is the deck you are using. This is my main deck, and I did exactly what I said in this video. I started by upgrading my spells, I then upgraded my win condition, and now I'm upgrading my support cards. My next upgrades for my deck is going to be the Hunter, then the Fisherman, then the Lumberjack, than the Electro Spirit. And again, that just comes down to what these cards do. The Fisherman, I'm not using him for damage, I use him to move troops around. And no matter what level my Fisherman is, he's always going to be able to pull troops in and move them. The Lumberjack, I actually want him to get taken out, so he drops the Rage spell. So again, that's why I'm saving him for one of my last upgrades. He's not a top priority. If you're unsure about what to upgrade, leave your deck in the comments and I will help you. Make sure you guys leave a like, of course subscribe if you have not already, and as always, make sure you guys take care, brush your hair, and peace out.